Today, we're diving into the top new movies and series hitting Netflix in August 2026, from gripping thrillers and must-watch movies to returning fan-favorite shows. So, where should you start? Let's count down the biggest releases you won't want to miss. Coming in at number 9, Zero Dark 30, 2012. The story follows Maya, a determined CIA analyst who dedicates over a decade of her career to a single, all-consuming objective: locating Osama bin Laden in the wake of the September 11th attacks. Navigating a male-dominated intelligence world, bureaucratic resistance, and the psychological toll of endless interrogations and dead ends, Maya slowly pieces together fragments of intelligence that others have dismissed or overlooked. As she pursues one crucial lead about a mysterious courier, her obsession deepens, costing her personal relationships and emotional stability along the way. The film builds toward the historic, high-stakes operation that finally closes in on America's most wanted man, chronicling both the immense bureaucratic effort and the human cost behind one of the most significant manhunts in modern history. Coming in at number 8, 100 Years of Solitude, Part 2. The story is set in the town of Macondo as it enters a turbulent new era following an uneasy armistice that fails to bring lasting peace. A twist of fate brings an outsider into the heart of the Buendia family, altering its future generations, while another family member becomes consumed with connecting the isolated town to the wider world. The arrival of new technology transforms Macondo, bringing outside commerce and opportunity, but also darker forces that set the town on a path toward decline. As love, ambition, and violence continue to echo through generations, the Buendia family confronts the possibility that its history cannot be escaped, fulfilling a destiny that has haunted them from the beginning. Coming in at number 7, The Last House, 2026. The story follows a family of 4 who are inexplicably sealed inside their own home, with every door and window mysteriously locked shut and no way to contact the outside world. As days pass, dwindling supplies and mounting fear place immense strain on their relationships, while an unseen presence looms just beyond the walls. Desperate to understand what is happening and find a way out, the family confronts both the physical threat surrounding their home and the tensions building within it. As the mystery deepens, they are forced to decide how far they are willing to go and how much they are willing to trust one another in order to survive whatever it is that has taken their home captive. Coming in at number 6, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, 2011. The story follows Mikael Blomkvist, a disgraced journalist reeling from a costly defamation lawsuit, who is hired by a wealthy industrialist to investigate the decades-old disappearance of his niece from a secluded family estate. As Mikael digs through old records and interviews evasive family members, he suspects her disappearance may be connected to a string of unsolved crimes from years earlier. He enlists the help of Lisbeth Salander, a brilliant but guarded computer hacker with a troubled past of her own, who has faced serious hardships navigating a legal system meant to protect her. Together, the unlikely pair follows a trail of dark secrets buried within one of Sweden's most powerful families, uncovering truths that someone has worked hard to keep hidden. Coming in at number 5, SEAL Team. The story follows Bravo Team, an elite unit of U.S. Navy SEALs led by Senior Chief Jason Hayes, as they plan and execute dangerous, high-stakes missions in some of the world's most volatile regions. Balancing the extreme demands of combat with the toll it takes on their personal lives back home, the team navigates loss, loyalty, and the physical and psychological costs of a life dedicated to service. As new operators join the unit and familiar faces depart, Bravo Team must continually adapt while facing escalating threats abroad. The series explores both the tactical intensity of their missions and the human cost carried by the men who complete them, offering an intimate look at modern military life. Coming in at number 4, Blood Sacrifice. The story is set during a Stockholm summer when daylight never fully fades, beginning with a deceptive emergency call reporting a home invasion at a remote summer house. When officers arrive to investigate, they find no one there, only to be discovered brutally murdered the following day, setting off a chilling series of killings that specifically target police officers. Lead investigator Thomas is forced to seek help from his estranged father, a retired detective, as the case grows increasingly personal and dangerous. As the body count rises and the attacks edge closer to those they love, father and son must set aside years of unresolved tension to track down a killer determined to stay hidden before more officers become targets. Coming in at number 3, Outer Banks, Season 5. The story follows the Pogues as they reach their breaking point after losing one of their own during a mission gone wrong overseas. Stranded far from home, grieving, and without the treasure they'd been chasing, the group must find a way back while facing familiar dangers, old and new. Forced into an uneasy alliance with a former rival, they set out on one final, desperate mission to reclaim what they have lost and finally secure the freedom they've been fighting for since the beginning. As old wounds resurface and new obstacles threaten to tear the group apart, the Pogues face their most emotionally challenging adventure yet, testing the bonds of friendship that have carried them through years of danger and discovery. Coming in at number 2, The Whisper Man, 2026. The story follows Tom, a widowed crime writer who relocates to a quiet town with his young son in hopes of a fresh start. When his son mysteriously vanishes, Tom is forced to reach out to his estranged father, a retired detective, for help finding him. As the investigation unfolds, unsettling connections emerge to a decades-old case involving a convicted serial killer known only as the Whisper Man, whose crimes once terrorized the very town they now call home. With rumors resurfacing that the killer may have had an accomplice, father and son must confront painful history together as they race to uncover the truth before it's too late. Coming in at number 1, Nightcrawler, 2014. The story follows Lou Bloom, a desperate and unsettling drifter in Los Angeles who stumbles into the cutthroat world of freelance crime journalism after witnessing a car accident being filmed by a stringer. Equipped with a cheap camcorder and a police scanner, Lou begins chasing crime scenes and accidents throughout the night, selling his footage to a struggling local news station. As he grows more skilled and ambitious, Lou pushes further into morally questionable territory, blurring the line between simply documenting events and actively shaping them for greater profit. His relentless drive for success gradually reveals a chilling ruthlessness as he becomes increasingly willing to manipulate the truth and the people around him to get exactly what he wants. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update.